Good morning. Oh, it's so weird, eh? That sciatic. Today, it's not bad at all. I can walk around quite easily. It's just, I don't get that. I got a couple comments there. Somebody saying, chiropractor, man, go to the chiropractor. They fixed me up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. Went to the chiropractor once. Never go back to that clown. But another guy says, Tylenol and Advil, best thing ever. Yeah, I took, what's that one? Robax, or whatever it's called. Something, yeah, like muscle and something, pain, whatever, I don't know. But I had pretty good sleep last night, so hopefully they're down. I haven't heard anything from the dealer going down to fix the combine AC. Hopefully they're just down there fixing it and just didn't, say anything. Hopefully they had the parts and they're down there and getting her all good to go. But I suppose we could head down. Well, we'll stop, get some diesel, the slip tank. Head down to the in-laws. Unload part of the truck in that. We could top off that bin that we're at now with the auger. Move the auger to the next bin. And by the time we do all that, hopefully they'll have that combine ready to go. Because it didn't rain hardly. Well, the ground is wet at my house here, though. But I don't think it rained enough. Like, even if the ground's a little tacky, I think that seed was so dry that we'd still be able to keep going. Sun's out, slight breeze. She'll dry quick if it's not ready. So anyway, I'll meet you guys down at the in-laws. And we made her down to the in-laws. The ground's a little wet right here in the shade, right? What about out in the sunlight here? Dry it up. We might not be combining for a while. Ooh, that is pretty wet still. Huh. Well, either way, we can unload the truck. Part of the truck right now. Top off that bin we're at, switch the bins, and go from there, I guess. Well, let's get that bin topped right up, right full. Now, is there any water in this hopper? I totally forgot. No, it drained out. Perfect. There's a drain hole there. Sometimes it gets plugged up and doesn't drain very good, but obviously it drains, so there's no water in there. Okay, I guess we'll fire up the Massey and get that bin topped up. Well, that worked out pretty well, perfect. Whatever was in the back hopper of the trailer, it all fit in the bin, and the bin's right full, so we'll move to that next bin, empty out the front hopper of the trailer, and then we're right empty, and whatever's left in the field might even fit in the trailer, so should work out pretty good. And in the bin? Yep, we're good. I think we'll leave the peat up on top of this hill this time. We got a little more than I thought we had left. Yeah, there's probably at least half the day. They're not half-mile passes, mind you. But down in these little dips, stand canola's pretty good down there. Then on the other end over there, it's really sandy and it's really thin and short. There's hardly anything there. So it might all fit in the truck. I guess if it doesn't, whatever doesn't fit in the truck will definitely fit in that bin, and the rest will fit on the truck. So we'll see how it goes when the bin's full, see what's left in the truck. And I'm not going to put any canola in a flat bottom bin down here. I'm not going to put, 500-600 bushels in a flat bottom bin down here for one freaking bin. We'll just, if we got like half a tridem left or something, we'll just take it right to the elevator. But what's this stuff feel like anyway? I don't know if we could start going yet or not. Like the ground, there's dust flying there now. Maybe that was just behind the truck in the shade earlier when we felt the chaff there. It was pretty damp. This standing stuff might be okay. Oh, I think so. Oh, that little green. Look how green that one is. It's so weird. So freaking weird, this stuff. Look at the wheat in there. What the heck? Wild oats. I don't know what happened this year, but I've never had this many wild oats in a field before. And weeds. Like, holy frick, weeds at the in-laws here. Like, I don't know what happened. Just sandy land, dry, sprayed, and then I don't know. Was the sprayer acting up or something? Didn't notice, you know, plugged nozzles or something? Like, I don't get it. Or was there a shot of rain after I had sprayed, and that's what made those weeds jump? I don't know. But let's go. I think we can start going. It might be tough, June, but I will fuel up the combine. I don't really have to blow the radiator out. His buddy did that yesterday, and he had a lot more pressure than I did. I could tell by his blowgun there off the service truck. So, the engine air filter, we can blow that out for sure. I think the radiator's fine because we haven't used it since. No, we did use it after he blew it out last night there, but yeah, we better blow it out or check it anyway, because it was freaking howling wind, and it might have swirled around and sucked up some in the radiator there, so it's not going to hurt anything by giving this another hour-ish before we start thrashing. But I think it'll go. The top of the ground's dry. I could probably start harrowing actually too, maybe. It's dry enough. It didn't, like, there's still, you wouldn't even know it rained, no. Anyway, go service up this combine. Well, we may as well fire it up, let her warm up while we fuel it up. It's ready to go other than fuel. We'll fuel her up, and we should be good for the day. Finish combining, get the combine home, everything, I would think. Let's fire it up. So apparently, it was the receiver dryer that had to be replaced, not the compressor. Well, he found a leaking valve too right at the compressor. Replaced the valve, replaced the receiver dryer, because apparently inside the receiver dryer, it's got these little beads, and it gets the receiver dryer. What did he say? That's what gets all the moisture out of the system, or I think that's what he said. Can't really remember, but anyway, these little beads inside that receiver dryer are in like a little pouch, and apparently the pouch let go, and all those beads got in the lines, in the AC lines. So he said it's working fine. I flushed, like, blew out all the lines as best I could. There's, what did he say? There's one thing they wanted to change, but he wanted to change but couldn't. Expansion valve, I think it was. Wasn't in stock. It's back ordered. You can't get it or some frickin' thing. So I don't know. Hopefully it's cool enough, like cool in here, that we can run her in the heat of the day. He said if it peters out, definitely let us know, and we'll have to do something with that expansion valve. But I think he said that was a big job. That is not a job in the field. That's bring it in and whatever. So hopefully it's cool and we can finish harvest the way it is and get the expansion valve or whatever changed later on, maybe, or I don't know. But I ain't gonna be very happy if it's not cold in here, you know. It feels cooler, but not. It's not ice cold. Just started it though too, I guess. We'll see. Alrighty. It's warmed up. Let's go try thrashing this canola, see if it goes through or if it's is it too wet. Now the belts are squealing. Oh, this frickin' combine. Why are the belts squealing all of a sudden? Ran fine yesterday, no belt squealing at all. I'm getting tired of this massive shit. All right. Let's see if she goes through. You'll know right away. It'll be banging and clanging. It just will know. Oh yeah, it's going. Yeah, I think we're all right. What's the moisture saying? Come on, what the heck? There we go. Okay, well, that's not accurate either, right? Like, it's probably even lower than that yet. I don't know. But that gives us an idea. Like, if it's spiked up to like 20, 15 or something, I'd be like, okay, well, we better take a test of the elevator or something to make sure. But if the combine's showing that, we're good to go. Okay, let's try and get this done today, guys. Yeah, right here, I was saying it's not very good here. This is that sandy spot. There's not much here. Pretty thin. Lots of weeds. But I was just thinking, I had a couple comments a couple days ago, was it, or something there, and I was trying to get this old girl set for canola, complaining I had to go so slow. I know a couple guys had said, well, you know what, our 9250 case combines ain't doing much faster than the old Massey there. And it's like, well, okay, but what size of header are you pushing? If I'm doing 2 mile an hour with 30-foot header, and if you're doing 2.5 to 3, I think he said, with a 40-foot or even a 35-foot, that's still, you know, almost double the production that I'm doing. So you're further ahead doing that. I mean, yeah, the 9250 is going to cost a lot more than this whole thing, but I'm just saying. 2.5 mile an hour to 3 with a 35, 40-foot headers, you're covering some acres versus 30 feet at a time, 2 mile an hour max. So anyway, slow and steady as we go, slow and steady. But she's going through the combine nice. You can see it's chopping the straw real good, so moisture's probably even a little bit lower than that, I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I never really did what do you call it? Calibrate the combine moisture to the grain itself on canola here, but I know it was close when we started, so close enough. I don't go by that anyway. That just gives me an idea if the moisture spikes way up or something, you know. So we'll keep chugging along here. Ah, for frick's sakes, forgot to open the tarp in the truck. Well, I guess we better do that. It's not going to flow into the trailer very well like that. There we go. Get her unloaded and keep going. First hopper of the day. Well, we're getting down there. It's kind of a pie shape here, so it'll be like 1, 2, like a pass and a couple slivers sort of thing. Down at that end there, so you know it gets wider. So we're on the tail end of her here at the in-laws, though. Should be done in half an hour or so. Well, that's it. Done combining at the in-laws. Let's get this header off, get her hooked up to the service truck, and then we'll take the Pete or the service truck and header back to our farm first. Get the wife to pick us up, blah, 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 move everything back home. Made it to our farm. We'll leave that right there. Go back and get the Pete, I guess. We'll get the combine last. All right! We're back at the Pete. Down here at the in-laws. We'll fire it up. Whatever's in the truck, most of it will fit in that bin we're set up at now. Whatever's in the truck will fit in that bin that we got the auger in now. So we'll unload what we can in that bin, and then whatever's left on the truck, we'll just leave it on the truck. There won't be much. Then we're going to take the Pete to the farm, come back down one more time, get the combine, and hook onto the pickup header with the combine, and then make the trek home. So, okay, so it all fit in that bin. I forgot the trailer wasn't full, so there's actually some room in that bin too. There won't be 3 full loads here or whatever later on, but oh well. We got her unloaded. Now we gotta take the Pete to our farm. Well, we're at our farm. I'm gonna get the wife to take me back down there and get the combine home. Back out here at the combine. Wife's just leaving. Let's fire it up. We gotta go back to the yard there and get the pickup header on, and then make the 1.5-hour drive home. There we are. Pickup header is on. Let's get this old girl home. And we are back at our farm. Let's get this pickup header off, get that straight cut header on, dip into that canola field tonight yet. We'll grab a sample, get the Pete in the field so we can unload the combine into the truck tonight. It's not supposed to rain, but I'm just not taking that chance. We'll test her in the old 919 just to be sure. We'll see what the combine's showing for moisture as well, but yeah, day's not over yet, guys. Day's not over yet. Okay, first I gotta go to the service truck and get my sweater. It's freaking cold. I had the blower off there, like air conditioning, everything off in the cab there on the way back here. It was just freezing in there. Cooled off tonight. Holy crap. Okay. There, that feels better. Oh, I was chilled in there. And I got the valve shut right off for the heater. So if you're wondering why I just didn't turn the heat on, because I had to stop the combine, crawl up to the motor, open the valve, get back in, and I just, didn't feel like doing that. So let's get this header off. Okay, if you've been following me long enough, you'll know that I just used the loader on the front of on the hitch of the header, lift it up to where I need it, put the combine on it, lift the combine, get the combine, lift the header way up in the air, put the tires in field mode and all that stuff. So I'm not going to show you any of that. Just get her hooked up and go to the field. And we are good to go. Headers in field mode. Okay, now we got to go around through a couple different pastures. We got to open and close 2 different gates to get into this canola field. So we'll make the trek over there. It's not far, it's just that's the only way to get the straight cut header through the gates into that next field of canola. So make sure nothing's behind me here. I didn't park nothing behind me, we're good. Gotta watch out at night. Never back up. Never put yourself in a position where you have to back up. But in this case, I don't have a choice, because, well, I guess I could have parked the header in a different spot so I didn't have to back up or whatever. In your own yard, you kind of know where stuff is, but still, shouldn't do that. I should have put the header somewhere right here. So after I got the header on, picked it up, drove ahead. Don't gotta worry. But anyway, we'll go to that next field of canola. Okay, I got a spot combine right in the corner of the field here. Now we'll just, the bale yard is right here. We'll just walk across the fence, cross the laneway, get the Pete, park it in the corner here somewhere along the edge. I think it's dry. Combine was showing up to 11, but it's not. I never did calibrate it to canola. It's close, I think, but, and with it all mixed in, I don't know, maybe it isn't dry. The stems are sure green here compared to the in-laws down there. Man, I don't get it. And this was sprayed longer. I don't understand this friggin' canola. I really don't. I'm getting pretty tired of these green stems. It's back to swathing some next year. Like, I think I'll swath the canola at our farm, straight cut the stuff down there. It seems like the stuff down there blows away. Swaths blow away easier than here, so do it that way. I don't know. This is like, I'm pretty lucky that the weather's cooperating. if it was raining on and off, I don't know. Or maybe it'd be better. Maybe the rain would ripen up these stems. I don't know. But anyway, let's go grab the peat, park it in the field, and then when we get back with the peat, we'll grab a sample out of the hopper before we dump it, and then dump the combine into the truck, test that sample, and then decide. The wind's died right down. I don't know, it's probably getting tough. It was going through the combine okay, but anyway, rambling on here. So we'll grab the peat. But yeah, going back to the combine there, like, I'm lucky that the weather is cooperating, because sooner or later we're gonna have a year where we get rain, like a wet fall, right? And with that old Massey, the breakdowns, just the slow moving to it, like, we got lucky in the wheat. We're able to do 3.5 to 4 mile an hour. But this 40 bushel canola, I don't know what it has to be to go faster in canola, but if it's 40 bushel, here, we'll sneak through here. I've noticed all we can do with that old Massey is 2 mile an hour in canola. That slows production so much. Well, 4 mile an hour at 30 feet versus 2 mile an hour, that's takes twice as long, right? And like I say, sooner or later we're gonna have a wet fall, and that's gonna catch me with my pants down, and it's not gonna be good. Like, ever since 2019, that, so yeah, 2019 we had a real wet year. Guys, some of the guys didn't get their crop off. They didn't get it off till the spring of 2020. We didn't have many acres then. I didn't even have my own combine yet. Hired it out, and that was a disaster. But when I got the old Massey in the spring of 2020 is when I got it, I think. Yeah, it was the spring of 2020. That fall of 2020, even though we didn't have many acres to do, I still worked. If the straw was tough, as long as it's going through the combine, I'm combining. I ain't stopping. I was so freaked out about that wet year and not getting it off. And 2020, 21, 22 was like that for about 3 years in a row. I was just freaked that it's going to be a wet fall and we won't get the crop off, and I'm a one-man army. I don't have time to combine in the spring and seed and cows and all that, right? So I sat in that old Massey day and night for the first few years we got it, doing our own crop. But like I say, we didn't have as many acres then as we do now, and we don't have lots now, but for a one-man show it's enough. And I'm just worried that one of these years it's going to be a wet fall again, and that might not be till 10, 15 years from now, who knows. But right now that old combine's the limiting factor of all this work getting done. The tractor and drill performed really good this past spring and last spring. Next spring should be okay, I hope. I don't know. I'd really like to upgrade combines, but I need some kind of a crop to do it, right? Like, losing that much money on the wheat, there's no way I can get a different combine. Or there's no way I could have got a different combine this year. And I probably won't get a different combine until I see the crop, what it's looking like at harvest time. Not in the spring when we're seeding it, not midsummer, but once the combine gets in there, then I'll decide if I upgrade combines or not. And it'll be a, you know, rushed decision sort of thing, or a rushed purchase, I should say, to find a combine. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, we'll get this in the field over there. Yeah, we definitely won't be combining anymore tonight. I just felt the chaff, chalk straw that come out. It's like wet, and it's cold too. It's cooled right off tonight. I got a little bag. We'll grab a scoop off the top inside the hopper of the combine, dump it in the truck, and we'll go test it. Yeah, like, look at this. Well, mind you, it's probably wet from just because the stalks are so green. But either way, that's pretty damp. Huh. It is chopping up okay though. But once again, we're gonna have the combine. It's not chopping the bit. Like, look at that. Soaking wet still. Like, oh, I don't get it. This was sprayed August 29th, this field. And whatever date it is now. Yeah, I mean, like, you look at this, it's chopped up okay. But it's just so green still. I don't get it. So it's been sprayed well over 3 weeks. And it's still that green. Down at the in-laws, that canola was pretty ripe by the time we were done down there today. I noticed it was pretty ripe. And I've been noticing that the last couple of years. I've straight cut canola here and down there. The canola down there, it always ripens up quicker than here. I don't know why. Sandy land, dries out quicker. I don't know. But it's been so dry everywhere. I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure it out because I won't. But I think the old girl's cooled off enough. Got her emptied out. Take this sample. And another thing, look at the cracked seeds in there, all that yellow. I've never had a problem with cracked seeds with this old Massey combine. So whatever settings I got it on, we're going to have to do some drops tomorrow maybe. I noticed that when I was unloading that canola down in the bins there. Rotor too fast. I don't know, but I've never, like, you could never see cracked seeds in your sample like that. That's pretty bad. Anyway, try to get it figured out tomorrow. I still got to get the Massey and auger home. That'll be tomorrow morning's project when the dew's on, I guess. But yeah, I don't think there's any point combining tonight. It's pretty dewy, so maybe we'll just shut down. We'll see what this moisture is on that though. We'll take the Uptown truck home. Haven't drove the Uptown truck for a while, seems like. I like this truck. It rides smooth being half ton, right? Like the service truck's 3/4 ton. Duramax, obviously 3/4 ton. And God, they're a rough ride. Like, frick, I don't even like driving it. It's so rough, it feels like after driving the Uptown truck here. So anyway, guys that drive 3/4 tons as their daily driver, crazy. Freaking crazy. Okay, let's go test this sample. Okay, I got 250 grams measured out exactly. It is 13 degrees. And what kind of numbers we got here? Are we going the right way? Oh yeah. Oh, it's it's almost so dry it won't test. I bet you. Call it 10 on the meter reading. Oh. What did I say? 13 degrees? Yeah, 13 degrees. 10. 13 degrees. Let's see. Holy. 10. 13. Holy frick, it's 7.5% moisture. That's like too dry. Wow. I didn't think it was that dry. Combine was showing up to 11, but it only got up to 11 for a few seconds and come right back down. So the canola is super dry. Really, we should be going tonight. But I don't feel like dicking around with that combine settings in the dark. We'll have to come back tomorrow and try to get that cracking stopped. That's too many yellow. You see that much yellow in there? I've never had that much yellow in my sample on that old Massey. So I don't know what's going on, but concaves are almost all the way open. Rotor was going fast because that's where I could throw over the less or the least amount was rotor sped up. So I don't know. we could try the settings where I normally set it tomorrow, try that whole crap again, and if not, well, crack seed, I guess. I don't know. Well, I'm going to put this away here. Hey, Jax. Well, I'm back home. I feel like we should have kept going tonight. Maybe there is no dew. Maybe that wetness was just from the stalks themselves. I don't know. But I checked the forecast, 3 different weather apps. The weather looks good for 2 weeks. We'll shut down for tonight. Maybe work late tomorrow or something. I don't know. I feel like we should just... I don't know. I just can't get over that, how green the stalks are on that canola at our farm there. It was sprayed the 29th of August. It's been just over 3 weeks sprayed, and green can be stems. I noticed, this is what I was going to say, I noticed down at the in-laws, 3 weeks sprayed down there, the stalks are pretty ripe. Like there's just a tinge of light green on the on the stalks. Whereas our farm, it's got to be sprayed for pretty well a month, 4 weeks, before those stalks turn tinge of light green on them. I think I noticed that last year, and it looks like this year is no different. So the canola's dry, the seed's dry, it's under dry. So if we give that another week to wait for that, full 4 weeks of being desiccated, that canola seed is going to be even that much drier. So what do? We'll try combine tomorrow. Man, hopefully we can get that combine figured out, cracking seed like that. And we should do a drop anyway to double check, throw over different area, different soil. I don't know. We'll do a couple drops tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, I'm heading her in. If you made it this far into today's video, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.